Hi all. So here we are for our live workout, and just here I am in the garage, which is where I've been doing my workout since lockdown. Like everybody, I was used to, or like most of us I should say, I was used to a gym fully equipped, all the equipment, help on hand, and had to adapt as best I can. I was lucky that I already had some basic equipment, a bench, a few dumbbells and kettlebells. But as I'm going to show you, you don't need them to work out quite effectively from home. You just need to think about what it is that you're doing, and you can get away really with quite a reduced amount of time exercising and still get a result. The other thing I want to say before I start is, why are we doing this? Yes, we're doing it because, well, certainly when I started working out, it was because I wanted to look better. I wanted to get rid of this tummy roll, and I just wanted to feel stronger as well. What I didn't realise was the bigger picture, which was that by being so much fitter and stronger, it impacted everything else in my life, and particularly my business and my ability to implement strategies that I knew but just had not implemented up until that point. And so I really believe, so I'm going to go on to tell you later, that this work on our body has so much more than just aesthetics and looking good. It is so much more than that. Yes, it's about being strong and energetic physically, but it is also about being a lot stronger mentally as well. And once you are to that level, you can implement business strategies, and you can come out of lockdown and deal with all the challenges that we're all facing a lot more effectively. The other thing to say just before we start is that, like everybody, when I've been in lockdown, my eating has not been as great, and really in terms of fitness, 80% of it is about what you eat and the quality of things that you're eating as well. So I've learned about macros and what is good for my body, the amount of protein to eat, the quantity of fats and carbs, and where the good food sources to get those from. And as I say, like everybody, I've been susceptible to boredom, having treats just sort of sitting there, which are very hard to resist, and things that I would not normally have the time to eat or the inclination. So consequently, I'm not quite as fit as I used to be. I've still got this bit of fat here now, but the beauty of sort of knowing that how to sort of address it means that you can relax the rules sometimes and still get back on it, which all of us go ups and downs and peaks and troughs. So but I'm going to show you this very simple workout. It's going to take about 15 minutes. And I'll just do one quick circuit, and I'll talk to you as I go about the different options if you have zero equipment or if you haven't exercised before. So the first thing to really think about is your body and divide it into sections. So if you think about it, you can, broadly speaking, say front legs, back legs and bum, chest, back, arms, and abs. So 6 main body parts. What you want to do in a workout session, especially when you're very first starting, is try to work all of those body parts. You can then go on to more sophisticated routines. So sometimes you do just your back body, sometimes you have a session just front, sometimes just upper body, sometimes just lower. But I found working out at home that just doing a quick full body session is the best way to sort of get an overall maintenance. And we're not going to be able to build too much muscle while we're working from home, because especially if we don't have the equipment, but we can definitely maintain, and we can start to learn the different techniques if we've never done it before. So I'm going to start off with what we call front legs. I have a little guest here with me as well. I have, so many of you are going to have children and pets and things like that, and by all means, let them just sort of sit and watch. It's not a problem. So I'm going to start off with front legs. And actually this will get some of the back legs as well. And this is a very straightforward move, and it's split squats. So one leg in front of the other, like this. And then basically you're keeping your back upright, and you're literally just descending down to the floor and up. And you do 10 of those. And you can either do that with body weight, or you can use weights. And I tend to do the heavier moves at the beginning, and this is quite a heavy move if you use heavy weights. So we'll start with this then, 10 of these down on one leg like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll turn around and do the other leg. And I'll do it frontwards now. So same move, but other leg. 1, 2, 3. You may find this is quite difficult when you've got weights. 5. And you can feel it on your legs everywhere. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, as I say, I like to use the heavyweight session, the heavyweights at the beginning. Now we've done legs, going to move up, give the legs a rest for a second, do the back. So I use bench in this. In fact, I'm going to turn it sideways so you can see. But you can use a table or just something to lean on. And again, use your weight, your bottle of water, whatever it is you want to use. And what we're going to try and do now is we're going to try and work this part of the back. So, knee and arm leaning, this leg back. And what we're going to do now is pull up. And as we pull up, we're squeezing this muscle. So, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you really squeeze that muscle and keep it controlled, you can really feel that. 8, 9, 10. And then again, we'll do the other side now. Exactly the same idea. And you're squeezing your lat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. Oh, doggy, shush. Doggy is deciding to chew. Okay, next thing, so we've done a bit of bottom body, a bit of upper body. Is it here, darling? I'm going to put her out now. Off we go. And staying on the upper body for a moment, we've done the back. Now we're going to do the chest. And we're going to do a chest press. Now, again, you can do that using a bench and some weights, ideally. If you don't have that, then you can do this on the floor, just lying on the floor, using your water bottles or a rucksack and just pushing up. So I will use the bench and I will keep it in this position so you can see what I'm doing, and I'll turn it round. So basically, we sit here, put them on our knees, position ourselves on the bench, get ourselves down, weights up, and now 10 in a controlled fashion where our arms, if you don't want to be going right down there, it's just to about there, parallel with our body, and up. 1, 2, that's really 3. It's very much a chest exercise and not an arm exercise. So I've got my back quite arched and pushing slowly from my chest. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, you can feel that. You can definitely feel that with weights. But even if you're just using small water bottles, you can do exactly the same thing. They're down like that. And obviously you can use bigger or smaller ones. And it's the same idea. These are very light, so larger bottles will be better. But when you're very first starting out, technique is what matters and not weight. It's a really important point because so many people Very hot today, by the way, very hot in here. But so many people in the gym are focused on weight and heavy weights, and they're swinging heavy weights about, and it isn't about that. To build muscle and a shape, you really have to focus on the technique, get the muscle under tension, and if you do that consistently, you will end up building muscle. There's no need to have really heavy weight until you really know your technique. Okay, so we'll mark that up on here. So we've done some quads. We've actually done a bit of hamstrings as well. We've done chest, and we've done some back. We're going to do now some glutes, so bum, and a bit more hamstring. And start off with, I'm going to do some squats, which again, very easy to do with just body weight, or alternatively adding weight or using the rucksack. So do body weight first of all, a normal squat, down like that. And as you come up, squeezing your bum, poking in, up, up, up. I use a kettlebell, but you can use a rucksack. So with a rucksack, you hold it up like this, fill it up with water bottles or something of that nature. Legs parallel, up, up, up. Or if you have kettlebells, I would use these. And so I'm going to do a set of 10 now with this, which is 20 kgs. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, having done that, we're going to do a bit more for glutes. We're going to do hip thrust. Hip thrust is a very, very good tool for building your bum, making it stronger. And if you make it stronger, that means it look better. But it means that you have less pressure on your lower back, less pressure on your legs, and basically a much stronger sort of core. So I would use a weight for this, but there is no need to. You get yourself positioned on whatever it is you want to lean on. That might be a sofa, small coffee table. You're going to put it between your shoulder blades like this, and you're going to bridge, literally like that. And then, if you want to work this side, put your leg out straight, literally straight, and you're basically going to lower and raise. 1, and as you come up, you just clench this muscle. 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to make it harder, you can put a weight here, or your rucksack, or whatever it is you want to use. Clench this muscle, leg straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can definitely feel that. And the other leg, exactly the same thing. Bridge, leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a bit more on hamstrings and bum to tick that off. So we're going to do a bit of glutes. So if you think about what I was saying about body parts, front legs, back legs, bum, chest, back. We've got abs still, and we've got arms. So arms. If you think about arms, you have shoulders, your delts, your biceps, your triceps. So we all want this piece to be strong. The way to do that, and again, you can use water bottles or weights. I'll start with water bottles for your biceps, like that. But the important thing is, keep these arms straight and squeeze that bicep muscle and down. What we don't want to be doing is that. So it's that. For 10. Once we've done that, we'll do the outsides with this part, and we'll do it like that. Like that. Okay. Then we want to get this bit, the triceps. Now, great way of doing that is literally up. Again, keep your arm very straight. It's a bit like an upside down bicep curl. And then finally, shoulders, like that. 1 and 10 of those. Now, we'll go through those. If you're ready, get your water bottles, your, whatever it is you're going to use. I'll use the weights, the 5 kgs. It's a simple 5 kg weights, and off we go. So we'll start with biceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and now we're going to go out on delts. So stand still, palm out a little bit so you get some stability. 1, 2, keep your arms straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 2 moves on the arms. Quick glass of water, a sip of water. I always have lemon in my water and drink a lot of water as well. But it is very hot today in this garage. Normally speaking, I have the door open. So for triceps, you can either do the way that I showed you, and that is standing up and doing it this way. But another way of doing it is lying on the floor or using your bench. And I'll show you that very quickly. I really recommend, actually, if you're going to work out from home, to get one of these benches. They're not very expensive, and enable you to do your exercises so much easier. Obviously, once they come back in stock. So you lay down, hold it up like this, move it back a bit, and then just move from the elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's your triceps done. And then just finally, we've got shoulders. So let's do shoulders. And if we're ready, 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's enough of your arms. It's really not a huge amount, is it? Last of all then, this area, your abs. And this is where I tend to do this work on the floor. So we'll move this out of the way so you can see the floor. Out the way. Lifting these things safely is very important. So when you do lift something up like that, don't do that. So now we'll do some ab work. I want to pull this back so make sure you can see me properly. Here. One of these is absolutely great to help you with your sit-ups. If you haven't got one, it doesn't matter, but it's just very useful if you do. It's a little pad. And what we're going to do now, we're going to start with 10 straightforward crunches. So make sure it touches you there. Just a small rolled up towel would be just as good. Just something to give you support at the base of your back. And you lean that and that. And you see I've now got a bit of an arch here. And it's just 10 of those. 1, blow out the air. And you really don't have to come up too far. The trick is to blow all of the air. You can really feel your abs. Next, we'll do planks. So 45 seconds on a plank. We'll just count for the sake of today to 45. So 1, 2, 3, up. And just counting 1, 2, 3, 10. Normally really helps if you have a song you really like at this point to put it on loudly. Because we're doing demo, we're not going to do it quite as long, but try to do that for 45. Then the other side. Again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, up. Now you're getting this side, which is your obliques. Turn that music up. So you'll want to time that 45 when you do your next round. And then your normal plank. Arms shoulder width apart, on your elbows. So not clenched together, separate. On your toes, one down, back straight, 10. And again, you turn the music up and tolerate this for a minute if you can. But that was demo. So we've done arms, we've done shoulders, biceps, triceps, and we've done abs all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 exercises. Now I would normally finish off with a few bands. One of the ones that I really like to get the side of the legs, one of these bands, they have different weights. I'm using a light band here. But you can use one of these, a heavier band. They have the things as medium. You just put them on your ankles like this. Okay, you stabilise yourself. And you're really kicking out like that. 10, 2, and this really gets the side of your bottom and the side of your legs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can do variations like that, fronts, you can do backs. If you wanted to get more of your quads, more of your hamstrings, but I use it for sides usually. And then the other side, exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You really can feel that. So a few other variations as well. You could do, if you wanted to do your chest, you could do some normal press-ups. That really is going to get your chest. But in this routine, I haven't included it, you can do normal press-ups and you'll feel that on your chest. You can use a band, if you have one. These bands are great for doing things like back, You know, if you wanted to do your back like this, you can really feel the back. Alternatively, if you wanted to feel the front, you can use the bands like this, or you can do bicep curls with bands, or you can even do lats with bands like that. There's many things that you can do to utilise equipment at home. That has taken, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. If you want to do a longer workout, so I would normally do at least 2 of those rounds, probably 3, and that's you done. And as you can see, I'm a little bit out of breath, and if you joined me, you will be too. And then really just adding on 10 to 15,000 steps a day, that is going to keep you top-notch fit. So join me again, and let's go and talk about a little bit more about what this actually leads to.